Sally, it's the ninth consecutive time that the Reserve Bank of India has decided to keep the interest rates unchanged, and they have squarely focused on inflation in the last few quarters. And in fact, in the address today in the morning, the central bank governor very carefully and in very calculated words said that it's a good growth rate in the country that is giving the RBI room to unambiguously focus on inflation. And that definitely has been something that has kept RBI on its toes. Even after bringing it down to a certain level, even in June, because of high food prices, the inflation went up above 5.57%, and that is something that RBI is not comfortable with. And the biggest factor there is food prices, especially that of vegetables. Remember, India is a monsoon-driven agricultural economy, and how the monsoon plays out and food production plays out directly impacts prices of food that people here, like us, buy for our household, and that is something which has been wavering and has been very stubborn in the last couple of quarters and has not come down, and that has been on the minds of the RBI, certainly. Although in the last few quarters, with inflation coming down slightly, there has been a divided view of the Monetary Policy Committee to at least signal a rate cut in the coming quarters. But RBI, as it seems today, is squarely focused on bringing it under the 4% target that they've kept for themselves before moving any further on rate cuts.
And before we let you go, just talk us through what this means for growth, the economic growth in India, because, of course, the movement in rates has a big impact on that.
Absolutely. With high interest rates, borrowing costs have been high, and that certainly has been a pressure point for most businesses, home loans, etc. But when we look at the broader growth picture, it looks strong. Most, including the government, RBI and other economists, believe that India will continue to grow at close to about 7%, and that has given room for RBI to stick to high interest rates in the current time as well. And if we look at the current budget that was announced by the Modi government in their third term, it seems to be more driven and to push growth in the coming quarters with policies on generating employment and supporting small-scale industries. However, bridging the gap between the urban and the rural consumption is something that still needs to be pushed forward for the growth to be all more inclusive and for RBI also to have more confidence in the economy and look at the interest rate picture.
OK, Archana, for now, thank you very much indeed.